Hello viewers, greetings to you all out there, and thank for making the right choice. It's official, healthy by nature. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful natural ways to manage high blood pressure: exercise. If you or someone you love is dealing with hypertension, this video could be a game changer. Now, before we jump in, I need to say this up front. I'm not a doctor, and this information is for educational purposes only. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making any changes to your treatment plan. Got it? Good! If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're all about evidence-based health tips that actually work. And if this video helps you out, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So can exercise really help manage blood pressure? The short answer is absolutely yes. But there's so much more to it than just go for a walk. Today we're covering the science behind why exercise works, what types are most effective, how much you need, and I'll give you a practical plan you can start today. The science behind exercise and blood pressure. Let's start with the why. Your blood pressure is basically the force of blood pushing against your artery walls. When it's consistently too high, that's 130/80 or higher according to current guidelines, it puts strain on your heart and blood vessels. Here's where exercise becomes your secret weapon. When you exercise regularly, several amazing things happen in your body. First, your heart becomes stronger. A stronger heart pumps more efficiently, which means it doesn't have to work as hard to circulate blood. Think of it like upgrading from an old struggling engine to a smooth, powerful one. Secondly, exercise helps your blood vessels become more flexible and responsive. Regular physical activity stimulates the production of nitric oxide, which helps blood vessels relax and widen. This is huge for reducing pressure. Third, exercise helps with weight management. Even losing just 5-10 pounds can make a meaningful difference in your blood pressure readings. Fourth, it reduces stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can spike blood pressure when they're chronically elevated. The research is incredibly compelling. Studies show that regular aerobic exercise can lower systolic blood pressure by 409 milligrams per metric on average. That might not sound like much, but it's equivalent to some blood pressure medications. And unlike medications, exercise comes with bonus benefits: better mood, more energy, stronger bones, and reduced risk of diabetes and heart disease. One landmark study followed over 9,000 people for 15 years and found that those who were physically fit had a 34% lower risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who were unfit. Types of exercise that work best. Now, not all exercise is created equal when it comes to blood pressure. Let me break down the most effective types. Aerobic exercise, the gold standard. Aerobic exercise is your number one tool. We're talking about activities that get your heart pumping and make you breathe harder. The beauty is you don't need to become a marathon runner. Effective aerobic exercises include brisk walking. This is probably the most underrated exercise. Swimming and water aerobics, cycling or stationary bike, dancing, hiking, jogging. If you're ready for it, the key is finding activities you actually enjoy. If you hate running, don't force yourself to run. Find something that feels good and sustainable. Resistance training, the supporting player weight training, and resistance exercises are also beneficial, but in a different way. It can help build lean muscle mass, which improves your overall metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Good resistance exercises include bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats and planks, light to moderate weight training, resistance bands, functional movements like carrying groceries or gardening. One important note: avoid heavy weightlifting or exercises that involve holding your breath and straining, as these can temporarily spike blood pressure during the activity. Flexibility and mind-body exercises. Don't overlook stretching, yoga and Tai Chi. These activities help with stress reduction and can complement your aerobic routine beautifully. Research on yoga specifically shows it can reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. The combination of gentle movement, breathing techniques, and meditation hits multiple pathways that benefit blood pressure. What to avoid? Skip high-intensity interval training if you're just starting out or have uncontrolled high blood pressure. Also, avoid exercises that involve sudden position changes or holding your breath, like certain yoga poses or heavy weightlifting without proper breathing technique. How much exercise do you need? This is where people often get overwhelmed, but I'm going to make this super practical for you. The minimum effective dose. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week. That breaks down to just 30 minutes, 5 days a week. But here's the thing, you can break that 30 minutes into smaller chunks. 3 10-minute walks throughout the day can be just as effective as one 30-minute session. This is perfect if you have a busy schedule or you're just starting out. What? Does moderate intensity mean you should be able to carry on a conversation, but you'll be breathing a bit harder than normal? On a scale of 1-10, you're aiming for about a 5 or 6 in terms of effort. Progression is key. If you're sedentary right now, don't jump straight into 30 minutes a day. Start with what you can do. Even 5-10 minutes is better than nothing. Your body will adapt and you can gradually increase. Here's a sample progression. -1 to 3 minutes, 3 days per week. Week 3-4, 15 minutes, 4 days per week. Week 5-6, 20 minutes, 4 days per week. Week 7-8, 25 minutes, 5 days per week. Week 9 plus, 30 minutes, 5 days per week. Consistency trumps intensity. I can't stress this enough. It's better to walk for 15 minutes every day than to do one intense 2-hour workout per week. Your blood vessels and heart benefit from regular, consistent stimulus. Timing matters too. Interestingly, the timing of your exercise can affect blood pressure differently. Some studies suggest that evening exercise might be slightly more effective for blood pressure reduction, possibly because it helps counteract the natural blood pressure rise that occurs in the morning. But honestly, the best time is whatever time you'll actually stick to. All right, let's get practical. I'm going to give you a beginner-friendly plan that you can start implementing this week. Week 1-2 foundation. Building. Choose one activity you enjoy, let's say walking. Start with 10 minutes every other day. Focus on consistency, not intensity. Track your sessions, even just checking them off on a calendar. If walking outside isn't possible, you can march in place, use stairs in your building, or follow a simple indoor walking routine. The movement matters more than the location. Week 3-4. Building momentum. Increase to 15 minutes. Try to exercise 4 days per week. Consider adding a second activity, maybe some gentle stretching or yoga. Start paying attention to how you feel after exercise. Week 5-6. Expanding your routine. Aim for 20 minutes of aerobic activity. Add 2 days of light resistance training. Bodyweight exercises are perfect. This might look like Monday walking, Tuesday stretching, Wednesday walk, Thursday bodyweight exercises, Friday walking, Saturday yoga, Sunday rest beyond 6 weeks, maintaining and progressing. Work up to 30 minutes of aerobic activity 5 days per week. Include 2-3 days of resistance training. Listen to your body and adjust as needed. Overcoming common obstacles. I don't have time. Start with 10 minutes. Everyone has 10 minutes. You can walk during phone calls, take stairs instead of elevators, or park farther away. I hate gyms. You don't need a gym. Walking, home workouts, dancing in your living room, gardening, it all counts. I get discouraged. Track non-scale victories like having more energy, sleeping better, or feeling less stressed. The blood pressure benefits will follow. I have physical limitations. Chair exercises, swimming and gentle movements can still be very effective. Work with your healthcare provider to find what's safe for you. Measuring your success. How do you know if your exercise routine is working? Here are the key indicators to watch for. Blood pressure readings. The most obvious measure is your actual blood pressure numbers. If you're monitoring at home, which I highly recommend, you might start seeing improvements within 4-6 weeks of consistent exercise. A few tips for accurate readings. Measure at the same time each day. Sit quietly for 5 minutes before measuring. Don't drink caffeine or exercise within 30 minutes of measuring. Keep a log to track trends over time. Other symptoms of improvement. Even before your blood pressure numbers change significantly, you might notice better sleep quality, more stable energy levels throughout the day, improved mood and less stress, better physical stamina, weight loss or improved body composition. Working with your healthcare provider. This is crucial. Keep your doctor in the loop about your exercise routine. They can help adjust medications if needed as your blood pressure improves, and they can provide guidance specific to your health situation. Some people worry about exercising while on blood pressure medications, but for most people it's not only safe but encouraged. However, certain medications might affect your heart rate response to exercise, so professional guidance is valuable. Realistic expectations. Remember, exercise isn't a magic bullet that works overnight. Most people see meaningful improvements in 8-12 weeks of consistent activity. Some see changes sooner, others take a bit longer. The key is patience and consistency. Safety, considerations and warning. Safety first, always. Here are some important guidelines. When to check with your doctor first. If your blood pressure is severely elevated, over 180/110, if you have heart disease or have had a heart attack, if you experience chest pain, dizziness or shortness of breath during normal activities, if you haven't exercised in years and have multiple risk factors, warning signs to stop exercising, chest pain or pressure, severe shortness of breath, dizziness or feeling faint, nausea during exercise, irregular heartbeat. Smart exercise habits. Always warm up and cool down. Stay hydrated. Don't exercise when you're sick. Listen to your body. Some days you need rest. Gradually increase intensity and duration medication considerations. Some blood pressure medications can affect your exercise response. Beta blockers, for instance, can prevent your heart rate from rising as much during exercise. This doesn't mean you can't exercise, that you might need to use perceived exertion rather than heart rate to gauge intensity. WRAP up and final motivation. Let me leave you with this. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it usually has no symptoms. But here's the empowering part. You have more control over it than you might think. Exercise isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. The same activities that help manage your blood pressure will also boost your mood, improve your sleep, strengthen your bones, and reduce your risk of dozens of other health conditions. Start small, be consistent, and trust the process. Your future self will thank you for every step you take today. Quick recap. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week. Start where you are. Progress gradually. Consistency beats intensity every time. Work with your healthcare provider. Track your progress and celebrate small wins. What's one small step you can take today? Drop a comment below and let me know what activity you're going to try this week. I read every comment and love hearing about your journey. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe for more evidence-based health content. Remember, you've got this. Taking control of your blood pressure through exercise is one of the best investments you can make in your health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.